Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a memory plan with me for the week of December 6th through the 12th. I'm using a kit from Wild Summer Designs called Cozy Christmas. I got this last year sometime, like Christmas time, but I pulled in a 50mm like bottom washi from Caress Press and a silver foil bundle from Caress Press, as well as one underlay from PlannaHannah, and I do PR for PlannaHannah, so if you use Carly15 you can save 15% and get my freebie, or if she's having a sale you just put my name in the notes for my freebie. And then the other underlays that I used were tapes from Sticky Essentials. I do, I think it's in the base that I pull them in. The countdown to Christmas that I use at the top, which you'll see eventually, that is from Letters to Apollo. And yeah, I will say that when I went to pull stickers for this, like I did the base and then I pulled stickers days later, and I actually forgot that I used a foil bundle that came with scripts, so I used no scripts from the foil bundle because I just didn't realize that they were there and I already pulled stickers. So, continuing on from last week, I answered questions that were asked on my Instagram and I got a lot, so I wasn't able to do them all then, but I will hopefully finish these now, today. So, secretly_planning asked, what animal would you be and why? If I had to be an animal, I don't know, I would probably be like a dog or something. A cat. I feel like cats just do their own thing, but they're like well loved. So I guess a cat. Laurel Nicole Plans asked, who is your favorite character on Friends other than the main characters? This one I like thought about a lot, and it's so hard to answer. Okay, so for girls, I love Rachel's sister Amy. Not really like as a person, she's just, I don't know, the episodes with her and them are funny, but other than that, like for guys, it's definitely Mike Hannigan. I love Paul Rudd, so naturally I love Mike Hannigan. And then Laurel asked, what is your favorite cocktail? If I were going out and ordering, okay, I guess this is going to be different. If I went to a restaurant and ordered, I would order a margarita of some sort. If I were going to like a bar, I'd probably order a whiskey sour. And then at home, I like vodka and water. So, 3 different things. I don't really think the vodka one is like a cocktail though. And then Laurel asked if I had any pets. I have 3 pets, if you don't count my kids. I have a dog named Daphne, which she's in my room right now while I'm doing this, so you might hear her like collar shake here and there. Right now she's sleeping on a pillow, but and then I have a bird named Alteria. She is a fancy parakeet, and she's like white and blue, although she doesn't like us. Like, I don't know what happened. She used to love us and then all of a sudden doesn't, but we just let her do her thing. And then I have a guinea pig who was like tiny and fit in my hand, and now he's like huge and the size of my husband's arm. And he's like really fat and tips over his food dish all the time. But his name is Cutie. I kind of feel like I answered a question like that last video. Not 100% sure, but yeah, I have 3 pets. Those are my 3 pets. My daughter named our guinea pig, and I thought she was going to name it something cute because she said if we got a second bird, she was going to name it Cake. And I'm like, oh, okay, you can name this guinea pig because Cake's kind of cute. So we get this guinea pig and she calls it Cutie. And then she says if we get a second guinea pig, she's going to name it Sonic. Like, you couldn't think of like a real name? No. Anyway, then Laurel asked favorite holiday tradition. I'm gonna say baking cookies on Christmas Eve with my kids. We do like the cream cheese sugar cookie cutout ones. Baking with kids is a pain, but they love to, like, I don't know, cut them out. You know, when you roll out the dough and they literally place their cookie cutter right straight in the middle, because that makes sense. But we do that, and then we do Christmas Eve pajamas, where like we all get pajamas and wear them that night. This year, though, it's been a couple years that I've been able to find some, but this year we are all matching, which is fun. And then the last question that I have is from Gingerly Plans, and she asked, what are you most excited for in 2022? I don't know, I haven't really thought about 2022. I guess like my shop's 1-year anniversary, because I have big plans for that. Other than that, I don't know. Like, we've talked about moving from where we are because we now have like the freedom to do that. But we haven't really, like, it's really hard too because like moving my kids out of schools kind of sucks. But yeah, I'm gonna say like my shop's anniversary for time's sake, because I don't know. I haven't really thought about the next year because, I mean, obviously 2021 was a little traumatizing for everyone. And, no, I said 2021, I meant 2020. And then 2021 really wasn't like that much better. So, try not to get my hopes high for that. Anyway, I'm putting on some deco, but I don't finish on camera doing the deco. I do finish it off camera just because it's so like small and tedious. But here comes the day by day. Thank you for everyone that did ask me questions on my Instagram too, by the way. So I start with my sidebar, I think. I do the it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to, yeah, that's what it says. That's from Inspire Ever After, and then I use a Stick with the Plan Co. Moana, because I thought that her outfit matched the spread the most. To mark that it was 6 weeks until Disney this week. The 6 weeks is from my, like, pregnancy countdown thing. But on Monday, the first thing that I mark is working. This is the week that I forced myself to take Friday off. But, so I used a gingerbread from Once More with Love and a work script from PlannaHannah in font 5. And then I used an ugly sweater from my shop and an Eleanor Neal custom from my shop. Obviously I listened to Eleanor Neal, or watched Eleanor Neal. And then I use a camera from Paper and Bow Stickers, I think it is now. It was Lux Kitty Designs, but... And then used a film script from PlannaHannah and Fun Choice 1. I also tried to, like, cut down the moving of boxes by using tweezers to help me, because my nails, like, I'm constantly laying them down crooked. But then I use a cell phone from Craft Planner Co. to mark that I was texting Laurel. And then I use this big box that doesn't go straight, but I use a little holly thing for my Christmas sampler, and a Crime Junkie script from PlannaHannah to mark that we listen to Crime Junkies. And then usually when I'm listening to a podcast or something, to be able to pay attention to it and not just like sit there, I do this app called Pixel Art. It's like you literally color in a picture by pixels. But I used a little cookie from my cookie sampler sheet in my shop. And then Tuesday's payday, so I use the dollar bills from my shop and payday script from PlannaHannah, and then I mark something personal with a tombstone from the Dia de los Muertos sheet from Papershire, and then I overslept and I used a little gingerbread guy from my gingerbread sheet. And I had bad dreams, so I used a Nightingale Paper Co. I think they're called Insomnia Winstons, but I used that to mark that, whatever. And then I pulled in like literally two sparkly red icons, this whole thing. I don't know why I even used red. There's barely red in this, but yeah, I used this little card to mark that I went to Hannah's. And then I marked watching Eleanor Neal the same way as on Monday. And marked working. I do change that because I realize it's backwards. But I marked working the same way as like Monday. I mark it the same throughout, but the character changes. It goes from like a gingerbread to a reindeer. So the character is from Once More with Love, and the script is from PlannaHannah. And then I organized some stickers. So I used a sticker sheet from my shop and an organized sticker script from the Honeybee shop. And then moving on to Wednesday, the first thing that I always mark is upload, even though my voiceover usually takes place on Wednesdays after I mark upload. I don't know why I don't change it in my memory planner. I just don't usually. So I use little hollies, the holly thing from the Once More with Love, like Christmas sampler thing, and an upload script from PlannaHannah to mark that. And then I used a little microphone from my shop and a voiceover script from PlannaHannah to mark, obviously I did my voiceover. And then I used a cell phone from my shop to eventually mark that I called my bank because they like charged me for some stupid shit. And I had to get that reversed, so yeah. And then I marked working under that after I fix all these things. And I marked listening to music, so I probably just listened to music while I was working this day. And I used a little Spotify heart icon that's going to be in my shop starting on the 30th. So a little sneak peek. And a listen to music script from my shop as well. And then I cut, it's from the Once More with Love, like, bucket list for Christmas or something. And I cut, like, the drink eggnog off the side and use the giant Have a Holiday Drink script from SPC. Because I drink eggnog. I wouldn't mark it if I didn't have a script, so that's why it's marked. But then I had, like, a really bad headache, and I used a Sweet Eva's paper, Dottie, I think that is, to mark that. And then my husband and I watched The Holiday, and the script is from the Christmas movie sampler from PlannaHannah, and the ornament is from the Once More with Love Christmas icons. And then I used a gift, like a present from the gift wrapping sheet from my shop to mark that my son had STEM club. And then I marked working. And then I did some cleaning, and I used a paper milk maru to mark that, with a clean script from SBC. And then I listened to music again, but it was like, I actually wrote down that I listened to Christmas music, but I didn't have a Christmas music script, I guess, so I just used a listen to music and used a Christmas icon. It's like a hang stockings icon from that Once More with Love bucket list. But yeah. And then I did some gift wrapping, and I used a Once More with Love, like, couple wrapping gift. But let's be real, I do all the wrapping. My husband doesn't do any of it. I did all of the shopping and picking out of things, really, kind of. I don't know, he probably picked out a couple things, but anyway. And I used a wrapped gifts script from my shop. And then I did some baking with my daughter for a school project. It was like a family tradition recipe. I'm kicking myself now because we didn't do chicken wing dip, even though that's like our recipe. I don't know. But I used a Nightingale Paper Company, like, Winston baking, and a with Mila custom from PlannaHannah. And then I did more Christmas shopping, so I used a munchkin holding, like, a bunch of bags and boxes to mark that, and listen to more Crime Junkies, and I marked that with the holly from my shop, and the Crime Junkie script is a custom from PlannaHannah. And then the first thing on Friday that I mark is that I uploaded a video, and I marked this the same way as on Wednesday, the Once More with Love icon and the PlannaHannah script. And then I use a little birthday cup, a birthday cupcake. I was going to say birthday cup icon, but birthday cupcake from my shop to mark that it was Angela's birthday. She's Donut Plans on Instagram, in case you didn't know. And then I used a munchkin, like the Munchkin edit icon and edit script from SBC to mark that I edited a video. I probably edited my foil collection before I uploaded it, but that's literally what went up that day. And then I did my nails, and I used a Nightingale Paper Crow Winston, and the paint nail script is from SBC, and they are the nails that you see in this video. And this was 2 weeks ago, and my nails are still all on. I haven't had to fix them. Like, that's super progress for me. Except for it's kind of annoying because I want to redo them and they're not falling off. So, yeah. And then I don't know, cover up this little work thing. I don't even know why I grabbed a work label thing for it, but I used a sparkly red camera icon from SBC and a film script from PlannaHannah to mark that. This was the one day this week that I didn't work, and apparently I was feeling sick, so that's pretty cool. But I marked that with a Once More Love or the Coffee Monsters Co. face. I am not sure which, with a mask on, and the Feeling Sick is a custom from my shop. And then marked Crime Junkies the same way as before. And we went to bed early this day. I'm going to say that it was probably like 10:30 early, not like 8 o'clock early. But I used a Nightingale Paper Company's Winston, and the bed early script is font 3 from my shop. And then on Saturday, I was awake early. My sleep has been so bad for like the past probably 2 weeks now. That's not fun. But I used an alarm clock from my shop to mark that, and then I used this little couple kissing under mistletoe from a shop that's no longer open, and then I placed the With Joe first from PlannaHannah, obviously a custom, and then the cuddle script is from SBC, and then I marked working. And then I use a Winston and a present to mark that I listened to. I think I listened to like a couple podcasts and like Eleanor Neal this day, so like a bunch of different true crime stuff. So I used a true crime obsessed script from Pink Diamond Planner Company. I'm sad that there's a podcast, like a mic on the one side though, because it doesn't always land that way, you know. And then I use this Papershire like holiday meal vanillas to mark that my oldest son went with his friend to celebrate his birthday. And then I used a Once More Love little card and a design script from PlannaHannah to mark that I did some designing. Then on Sunday, the first thing that I mark is that I worked. And then I mark that I watched To All the Boys, like the To All the Boys I Loved. All 3 of those movies I watched. I actually watched the first one twice too. But I marked that with a letter to Santa from my shop. And then I used this tiny little thing with a, I don't know, Andrea Munchkin, and layered the Cuddle from SBC and the With Jude is custom from PlannaHannah. He's my lover child. And then I use this Eat Too Much Munchkin from like the bucket list, the Christmas bucket list, holiday bucket list maybe, I don't know. And then the Lazy Day script that I will put up is from SBC, and then I use Slow Munchkin showering to mark that this was the first time I showered standing up since October. I did break my ankle and I couldn't get it wet or anything. I had to shower in a chair. It was ridiculous, but everything is good now. And then I used a little stocking to mark that my husband and I watched Love Hard. If you haven't seen that, it's super cute. I recommend it. But here is the finished spread. And I do go through what's left of the kit. And yeah. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you have not already. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.